Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very pleased to be in front of you today, even if it's virtually. My name is Benoit Grangé. I am OneSpan Chief Technology Evangelist. My presentation of today is about getting ready for the digital transformation into the banking space. The agenda. So we will discuss about the current trends and challenge that we observe in the banking market. I will then present how OneSpan trusted identity platform can be used to address this business challenge that we will have identified before. We will then go deeper in the understanding of the architecture of the platform and the way it is integrated with third party through an integration hub. And prior concluding, I will present you the innovation project that we're conducting into our innovation center from Cambridge. So let's start by the digital banking trends and business challenge that we observe in the market. First of all, what we observe is that everything is getting digital. Customers have embraced the digital, especially the mobile. 75% of users with a digital account connect at least once a week. Every fintech, bank, e-commerce company are digital, and it is very important for banks to serve the needs of their user and provide the product and services that they expect. So users, especially younger one, or native or digital native. So they expect the same user experience with their bank as the one they have in their day-to-day digital experience. So what is important to note here is that when the bank are looking to excel, they not only need to look at their direct competitor, but every place their user is spending their digital, forming their expectation regarding customer experience. Technology company, especially fintech, are better at engagement. And this because their experience have been designed centered on user from the beginning. They have the latest information about cognitive, psychology, usability, accessibility, and behavioral economics. And this is to oppose to the experience from larger banking institutions that used to be very iterative in their approach. But banks have evolved over time. So they have started to massively invest in user research technology, and they're also partnering with companies like OneSpan that can help them in their transformation to adopt new methodology, including agile, and creating more user-centric experience to increase customer engagement and user satisfaction through a digital platform. So let's come back to mobile user. Mobile users are getting more satisfied. So the mobile channel is clearly the preferred channel, digital channel from the user. So users tend to be more satisfied customer. 11% state that they are more satisfied using the mobile channel than the online banking channel. 15% say that their bank product are easier to use. 16% are be more likely to recommend their bank because they offer a very advanced mobile experience. So probably it will be not a big surprise if I'm telling you that bank and financial institutions are increasingly looking to leverage the power of a mobile device. And as part of an onboarding process, I would say that 90% of the financial institutions that were consulted by 8 groups in a survey were ready to implement a mobile onboarding capabilities within the next 2 years. But something that is also very important and that we observe in the market is that fraud continued to grow. Last year, 600 million human-initiated attacks, including 253 million on mobile devices, were reported. 20 years ago, when I started in the digital security space as a mathematician, developing some cryptographic algorithm, the fraud was limited to very simple type of attack like phishing. So offering a simple one-time password solution was sufficient to stop it. Today, the rise of fraud continues to increase at significant rate. or customer or reporting facing very sophisticated attack with emerging advanced persistent threat. So cyber criminals are getting highly coordinated and organized. So in the 2019 OneSpan Commission ISMG for a future and adaptive authentication and financial service survey, and reducing fraud was the #1 industry driver to grow their business. So fraud is very consistent and continue to progress, and we continue to observe the increase of fraud in the digital market. Finally, on the regulatory compliance front, as you can see in this slide, there are a lot of regulatory compliance drivers across the globe. So the implementation of this regulation can be very disruptive for banks. So the objective, for instance, of PSD2, stands for Payment Service Directive PSD2, enable consumer to benefit from safer and more innovative electronic payment. However, PSD2 implies implementing strong customer authentication. So all of these new regulation have potentially a strong impact on the user experience. But as it is coming from regulation, it is mandatory for banks to put them in place if they want to continue to operate. On the positive side, something that we do notice as well on the regulator front is that they are catching up with technology. So in some markets, we see regulator accepting new technology to be used into onboarding process. Like in the Mobile Act in the US, it is now authorized to use a scan ID of a scan license ID in the onboarding process. So we do see some positive sign in that direction. So now I would like to present you OneSpan Trusted Identity Platform and the way it can help you to solve the challenge that we have identified before. But one of the biggest challenges for the bank is and digital organization that who wants to move fully digital is the need to balance customer experience and risk, as we have identified before. So this shouldn't be a trade-off between security and UX and customer experience, but rather how to deliver both, offering an experience with the necessary security safeguards while ensuring frictionless digital experience. So ultimately, this is all about achieving the highest adoption rate as possible. So the last thing you want is a solution that is highly secure but extremely cumbersome to use, or super easy to use but not secure enough. You want to achieve the best of both worlds for every step in the digital customer journey. And OneSpan is in unique position in the market to help you to do that, just that, with its Trusted Identity Platform. So what is Trusted Identity Platform from OneSpan? It's an open, cloud-based platform that enables institutions to efficiently identify and onboard customer and authenticate transaction while managing fraud and complying with regulation. To deliver this solution, we do have put together into a single platform or core expertise, being identity verification to acquire net new customer, electronic signature to capture legally binding agreement, risk analytic to collect and leverage user device data and improve future digital interaction, multi-factor authentication. We do support credential issuance, enrollment, and secure login. And finally, mobile application security. Some of the use cases that we deliver and some of the challenge that we address. The first one being the onboarding of new customer. How do we address that with our Trusted Identity Platform? So we have a secure agreement automation solution that provides a brand new approach by combining identity verification and electronic signature capability into a single solution. It automates new customer acquisition and reduce fraudulent enrollment by positively identifying qualified customer during the application process. So this is accomplished through a multi-layer identity verification and orchestration hub. So that can offer multiple identity verification check, including ID documentation, facial comparison, selfie, liveness detection, and electronic signature. And this through a single set of API. On top of that, by offering multiple KYC options, we reduce potential abandonment, increasing the user adoption of your services. With this platform, we also drive down the fraud. And how do you achieve that? How do we achieve that? And we help prevent fraud like account takeover, new account fraud, and mobile fraud by combining our multi-factor authentication with mobile application security and real-time machine learning risk analytic engine. So we have to mitigate account takeover creation, we have pre-built configurable rules policy to help prevent new payee creation, a same set of rules to prevent user profile account change via phishing or social engineering. We have preset of policy to help prevent fund transfer as well. On the device side, on the endpoint side, we have a proactive device identification capabilities of new device for known and unknown user. We have automatic device correlation and mapping of device location and usage pattern to determine trust. We are session aware, transaction risk analysis of device, application, and transactional data between the mobile device and financial institution. To monitor transactional and fraud, we do offer mobile risk device monitoring that identify fraudulent transaction based on transaction data and beneficiary payment history. And we do combine this with multi-factor authentication support from OneSpan intelligent adaptive authentication. To improve customer experience, we leverage biometric capabilities on the client device, machine learning and data modeling to make the most accurate prediction of risk and fraud. So risk analytics can proactively identify risk to remove friction. So when there is no risk, we remove friction. When there is a risk that is being identified, we step up for new authentication capabilities. It can be a phone call, it can be push notification capabilities, it can be an SMS. It's powered by real-time machine learning and data modeling. So this is offering seamless security. We have automated risk profiling that is analyzing user, application, and transaction data to identify transaction out of usual scope and contextual plan. We have mobile application security that protects apps and user against malware and fraud with application shielding and runtime application protection. To achieve regulatory compliance with the platform, we are offering strong customer authentication with our multi-factor authentication and the support of our intelligent adaptive authentication. And we have also transaction monitoring that is delivered into an integrated way, delivering an optimal user experience. So we are ensuring that transaction monitoring mechanisms take into account a number of risk-based factors, including non-fraud scenario, malware infection detection, transaction amount, device, software endpoint. So by implementing measures to perform real-time monitoring and transactional risk, recognizing non-fraud scenario and identifying suspicious payee, your organization can add value to your existing fraud solution, achieving compliance and better protecting your customer. So let's now move to the next part of this presentation, being about the architecture of the Trusted Identity platform. As indicated, the platform, from this platform, our customer can access our core and partner technology by connecting to a simple set of API. As presented, we're offering orchestration engine driven by workflow, allowing us combining our core technology to deliver advanced solutions like digital onboarding or intelligent adaptive authentication. The platform is built on the latest cloud technology stack. For instance, we are delivering our core services as a set of microservices that are containerized using Docker engine, and we are using Kubernetes to deliver a solution at scale. Based on the usage and the needs, we're using multiple persistent storage technology like RDBMS, non-SQL, or in-memory database. TID is hosted in public cloud, Amazon, and we intend to support both Azure and Google Cloud in the future. Finally, we have instances of the platform in Europe and in US for data residency requirement. And then we're looking for setting up a new instance in Asia in the near future. The last but not the least, the platform is GDPR compliant and SOC 2 Type 2 certified. Let's discuss about the integration hub. A big part of our success in the future will be linked to our ability to plug in new capability to the platform. So we as OneSpan, we must build a global ecosystem that gives us and our partner value delivering efficient solution to the market. For that purpose, we have created integration hub to plug in partner solution to enrich our offering. So for each OneSpan core solution, we have identified a set of adjacent technology we want to integrate to stay ahead of the curve. So for authentication solution, we need to offer both active and passive biometric capabilities. Active being face, fingerprint, voice, and passive being behavioral biometric like gesture capture on mobile phone. So we do have partnership with Aware, with BioSec to deliver these capabilities. To improve identity, to prove identity, we have identified and integrated a set of partners to deliver ID documentation verification. We have done that with MyTech and Jumio. We have personal identification verification provider like Equifax or Experience, and we have as well Credit Bureau. To offer qualified signature capability and comply with eIDAS regulation, we have developed partnership with trusted service provider and certificate authority from different countries. Finally, to extend and enrich our risk and fraud analytics capabilities, we have plugged in our solution with external data source like IP to location services or mobile device reputation services. It's important to remind that our customers are free to decide with which partner they want to work, and they are even capable of changing their solution by extending their workflow that will be executed by our orchestration engine. So we deliver a lot of flexibility with the platform. So let's have a quick look at the innovation project that we're conducting. So we have 3 domains where we're investing on decentralized identity, on AI and machine learning, and on the next generation of authentication access solution. So for the decentralized identity, we're investigating the usage of distributed ledger and the implementation and the development of a mobile digital ID wallet as part of the platform. When it comes to AI and ML, we're looking at explainability of machine learning to bring new model into our trusted identity platform to address new use case. We're also investigating deep learning to improve our real-time fraud detection capabilities. When it comes to the next generation of access solution, we're looking at zero login type of solution by combining different biometric capabilities and integrating IoT solution as part of our global solution. So to conclude and as a summary, our digital identity and anti-fraud solution are delivered on an open, cloud-based platform that integrates with third-party and in-house system so that our client can continue to leverage their current technology investment while advancing their digital transformation with next-generation technology. Our goal is to ultimately help our client deliver secure digital customer journey so that they can achieve their customer acquisition and growth goal across geographies, use case, and channels. Thank you very much.